Recently, I went to Temple University in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, hence the shirt. I tried to vlog as much as I can for those who can't go to Philadelphia and tour Temple University like I did. So I hope this video helps you in some kind of way if you aren't able to tour Temple, or if you still want a better idea of what Temple is like. Now, it wasn't as warm as it was when I went to Northeastern, so I did not get the full tour, but I got as much as my cold little hands could bear. Beginning to the vlog is kind of abrupt, so I wanted to make this a little intro so that it's not just boom, Temple tour. But now, boom, Temple tour.
So right now we're standing in our Science, Education, and Research Center, otherwise known as CERC. Is anybody interested in majoring in science or anything of that sort? No? Still thinking about it, maybe. Well, if you are, you're very lucky because this is actually one of our newest buildings on campus. It features 7 floors. In addition, with these 7 floors, it has 52 research labs as well as 16 teaching labs. Now, just like the labs in the tech center, they're actually not major specific. So let's say none of us choose to go into the science field, you definitely still have the ability to use those labs as well. This was actually a $137 million project that started in the fall of 2014, and it was open then. So absolutely beautiful and some great resources for our students. This building is actually LEED certified. Basically what that means is it's just really environmentally friendly. So one feature I like to point out about that is you may have noticed that the sidewalks behind us, they look a little bit different than the rest of the sidewalks on campus or in Philadelphia. It's actually because they function as a water filtration system. So when it rains or when it snows, the cracks in between those sidewalks actually pick up that water. It's filtered and it's used to flush the toilets and run the sink water in here. So there's a really cool environmentally friendly thing about this building itself. Anybody have any questions of the science aspect of this building? Then I'll transition over and talk about something that basically everybody loves, which is food. You may have been getting a little bit hungry on the way over here because we did pass our 12th Street food huts. Those were those buildings with the red and white awnings on it. They have everything from breakfast to lunch to dinner to just a cup of coffee. It's really conveniently located on campus. If you look right behind you, you'll actually see one of our cafes. Most of our academic buildings. Good for quick stops in between classes, grab a bagel, a cup of coffee, and then head right back upstairs to class, which is super convenient. Now, both the 12th Street food huts, the academic cafes, as well as a bunch of other places on campus, take what we like to call diamond dollars, which is our on-campus currency. It's actually going to be housed on your student ID along with those printing dollars. $1 diamond dollar equals $1 US dollar. It's a pretty easily equivalency. You are free to spend them basically anywhere on campus. So our grocery store takes them. The laundry machines in your residence halls will take them. Even the Chipotle takes them. So a lot of different places on campus do take those diamond dollars. A really cool feature about them is if you go below a certain threshold, mom, dad, parents, guardians, really whoever email address you set up into your account will get an email saying you need more money into your diamond dollars account. So my parents don't really like that one so much, but it also does help them stay updated on our students' finances as well. Any questions about anything I mentioned so far? So we are going to be exiting through the College of Engineering, so if you're interested in engineering, definitely just keep your eyes open for that. We're going to be passing our Avenue of the Arts, which has the Tomlinson Theater, which you guys are probably going to tonight, as well as our Boyer College of Music and Dance, our Tyler School of Art, as well as our School of Architecture. Any questions? Follow me. Freshman residence halls. This is called 1940 and it's our suite style residence hall. We do have 3 different styles on campus. So the first one I'm going to talk about is our traditional style. It's actually housed in Johnson and Hardwick. I don't know if you can see it over there, but it's that big tall tan building peeking out the windows. Traditional style is basically what you see in all those college movies, TV shows. You live with one other person and your door is going to open up to a long hallway with other rooms. And then you'll also have a communal bathroom on that floor, which basically means you share the bathroom with the entire floor. That is cleaned and maintained by Temple University staff twice a day as well, so you don't have to pay for any toilet paper. The second style of housing that we do have is our apartment style. It's actually our newest style. Looks just like a Philadelphia apartment. So within each apartment you have 2 rooms. Each room houses 2 people. So there's 4 people total in that apartment style. Your doors are actually going to open up to a big living room, fully furnished, plasma screen TV, a kitchen, as well as hopefully a nice view of Philadelphia. And that's found in Morgan Hall as well as Temple Towers. The third style of housing we do have is, I like to say, a combination of between the traditional as well as the apartment style, and that's a suite style, what we're seeing today. So you are going to have 2 rooms within the suites, each with 2 people. Your door is going to open up to a little common area with 2 half baths, one with a sink and a shower and one with a sink and a toilet. Again, in Morgan Hall and the apartment styles, you're actually going to have 2 full baths in there. Now, both with the suite and the apartment style, since the bathroom is located within your room, you actually do have to clean and maintain that yourself. So buying the toilet paper, cleaning the bathroom, things of that sort, just keep that in mind when you do choose your housing. Our housing process is actually completely self-selected. So if you do put your housing deposit in on time, you have choice for any single residence hall that you want to live in. You can choose which room you want to live in. You can choose which side of the room you want to sleep on. So it's completely self-selected by our students. And although there are various types of residence hall styles, they actually all share the same amenities. So you are going to get 24-hour security at the door. Usually you would need your OWL ID to sign in. If they swipe your ID and it flashes green, it means that you're a resident of the building and you're free to enter. If they swipe it and it flashes red, you have to get somebody who lives in the building to sign you in with their guest card. Each residence hall is also going to have a mailroom. You're going to get study lounges as well as social lounges, and you're going to get laundry facilities on every floor or every other floor. You're also going to get an RA, which is a resident assistant, just making sure that everything's maintaining social order on the floor, someone that plans events for the floor and things like that. Last thing I want to mention about residence halls is actually the roommate selection process, because a lot of people do tend to ask about that. So you have the option to go random and hope for the best. I know a lot of cases where that actually has worked out, but I also know a lot of cases where that hasn't worked out. So we like to give students some other options as well. So you could use RoomSync, which is essentially like online dating, but for finding a roommate. So you choose which type of the day you like to wake up, if you're messy, if you're clean, things of that about your habits, and they'll actually pair you up with somebody. Let's say the third style is that you're coming from home and you know somebody, or you meet somebody at your orientation or something like that. You could actually put them in the room with you. So let's say you two are from the same high school. Hannah, what's your name? Angela. Hannah and Angela, you guys are from the same high school. You might not know each other that well, but you want to be comfortable living with someone. You could actually put your roommate ID in when you do choose your housing. So we like to say that all of our students have the choice of where you want to live and who you want to live with as well. Are there any questions before we go see the room? Just keep in mind this is our suite style as well. Like I was saying, there's actually other styles. If you go to myhousing.temple.edu, we actually have 360-degree tours of every single style of residence hall, so you can see the apartment style as well as the traditional style. Okay? Follow me upstairs. otherwise known as Alter Hall. It's actually a pretty new building as well. It just opened in the, well, not just, but it opened in the fall of 2009. So we have some pretty cool resources in this building. We're really proud of the Fox School of Business. We actually have the #1 online MBA program in the entire nation, and 2 of our undergraduate programs are ranked in the top 15% nationally. That's our risk management and insurance program, as well as our international business program. We're also voted as #1 value for your money by the London Times. What I like to interpret this as is if you're putting your money into a business school, you want to put the least amount in but get the most out of it. And the Fox School of Business definitely provides that for the students. We have some really cool resources in here as well that helps us achieve all those goals and those statistics. So we have smart classrooms. Basically what this means is a professor stands in front of a podium with a big Temple T on that, and from there he or she can control the lighting, the sound, the projector, the eject button if you're not paying attention. Just kidding, we don't have that. Some professors might wish we do, but we don't. But they can control the temperature. They can even control the little camera in the back of the room and to record the entire lecture. This is what we like to call class capture. So let's say you're sick and miss a day, or you just can't make it to class that day, you'll actually have access to this class capture throughout the entirety of the semester. I'm more of a visual audio learner. Opening up a textbook, it's really hard for me to retain the information. So before a big exam, I like to pull up those class captures and just rewatch my professor speak to learn it again. Not an excuse to miss class, because we do have some pretty strict attendance policies, but definitely a nice thing to fall back on if you do happen to miss class every once in a while. And I know that right now they are exclusively in the Fox School of Business, but with this visualized temple plan that's going to be completed by 2020, that's the addition of the new library and all things like that, we're actually going to have this class capture aspect in every single one of our academic buildings. So even if you're not a business major, you'll actually still have access to all those cool resources as well. So are there any questions on the Fox School of Business in particular? Some fun facts. On our way around, you may have noticed that big stock ticker. It's actually the largest elliptical stock ticker in any American business school. I don't know too much about stocks. I probably should know some more. I know green is good and red is bad, but I heard that's really all you have to know. And it's really cool that that's housed right here in this building. Right behind me is actually 3.2 tons of black Chinese granite. When it's turned on, which it usually is, it rotates on the Earth's axis on a 1/4 inch of water. So basically what that means is if you were to push it off the equator, it'll actually always go back to spinning the same exact way. The reason I like to bring it up is because a lot of our students like to think it's good luck. So before a big exam, you'll see students rubbing it. So if you guys are trying to get into Temple, definitely give it a nice little rub on your way out. Parents,
Not using auditions anymore.
Parents, if you're trying to win the lottery or anything like that, give it a nice big hug because you might need some extra luck. We are going to be exiting through the School of Sport, Tourism, and Hospitality Management, which is my home. All of our students are actually required to complete 2 internships for class credit prior to graduation. So we have a 100% internship placement rating, and we have the #1 sport and recreation management program in the entire nation. Any questions at all? No? Cool. You guys can follow me out this way. Library, in case you didn't see it yet, it's actually going to be built right there.
No, we know what that is. Oh, you see the arch?
And that's going to be finished by the spring of 2019. So right now, right behind us is actually our bell tower. So our bell tower stands at 110 feet tall, just a little bit taller than myself. It actually plays a Westminster Chimes every 15 minutes, and the school's alma mater at noon and midnight. So if you are here around these times, I definitely recommend joining in with our students. We like to hold hands and actually sway back and forth to our school's alma mater. It's really inclusive, and everyone just has a good time. Completely kidding, that's a little weird. But our bell tower is our social center of campus, so a lot of fun events happen around it. In the session you heard about Temple Fest, which is one of our 300 plus clubs and organizations actually surround the bell tower. They encourage students to get involved before the school year even starts, signing up for a bunch of those 300 clubs and organizations. Our pep rallies also happen outside the bell tower, so before a big football game or a basketball game, there'll be a pep rally out here. Looks just like a sea of cherry and white. We have the band, the dance team, the cheerleaders, even the football players will take a walk out, free t-shirts, free cookies, free food, and even a DJ out there. On warmer days, you'll actually have a DJ out here by those steps, and everyone will be surrounded on this Bury Beach area. That little green patch, it's actually our largest patch of grass on campus currently. So a lot of our students, even though we are an urban campus, in feedback forms, reviews, they did want to see a little bit more green space. So we're going to be knocking down the 2 buildings behind it and expanding that little Bury Beach to a city block long quad. So just a lot more room for our students to hang out, throw frisbees, I don't know, things that typical college students do. It's actually going to run adjacent to the new library as well, so just a big open green space. Along with being the social center of campus, our bell tower is also our geographical center of campus. So if any of you grabbed a campus map, if you were to open it up, smack dab in the middle would be that bell tower, which basically just means a lot of our academic buildings are surrounding it. So if you look right behind me, you'll see the science building that we went in. Right next to that, these 2 tall tan buildings. This is actually Anderson and Gladfelter Hall, home to our College of Liberal Arts, which is our social sciences courses, as well as our humanities courses. Now just 2 blocks past the College of Liberal Arts and to your left, you're actually going to run into our Temple University Regional Rail System. Is anyone familiar with Regional Rail? It's okay, I wasn't either. Basically what it is, it's a commuter train that connects you throughout Philadelphia, the Pennsylvania, and neighboring New Jersey and Delaware regions. So let's say you want to go somewhere for the weekend, you could actually take that to the Philadelphia International Airport and then go to Rome. I don't know, go to a different country. Or if you just want to go home, let's say I like to go home to New Jersey sometimes to see my mom, or for her to do my laundry for a weekend. I could just take the train home right to Trenton, and then that's a transit center right there. We also do have other forms of public transportation on campus. The most popular used by students is our subway system. So does anyone want to guess how far away we are from Center City, Philadelphia? 2, close. Free tuition if you guess right. Just kidding, can't offer that. Close, 1.5 miles away from Center City, Philadelphia, which is at City Hall Station. We do have 2 stops on campus, one on the north end, which is our Susquehanna stop, and one on the south end, which is our Cecil B. Moore stop. We're only 5 stops away from Center City, Philadelphia, which is about a 10-minute subway ride. So there's so much to do and explore in the city. You really never get bored, and the fact that the subway system is right here on campus is awesome. Just yesterday, we actually had off from school for the Eagles Super Bowl parade, so we were able to hop on the subway at Cecil B. Moore, take that right into the city, and then celebrate with all of Philadelphia, which is super awesome. If you want to go get a cheesesteak, explore Philadelphia's rich history, or go shopping, definitely you're going to want to use that subway system. We also do have a form of private transportation on campus as well. Is anyone familiar with Uber or Lyft? Ride-sharing services. Works just like that, however, it's only for Temple University students. So you download the TapRide app on your phone, and then you could actually set your pickup location anywhere on campus or within the 15 blocks that campus runs. This actually runs from dusk to dawn. So let's say it's 3 a.m. and you're finished writing that paper in the tech center. You really just don't feel like walking back to your residence hall. Maybe it's cold, maybe it's rainy, maybe you're just feeling tired. You could set your pickup location right outside the tech center, and it'll bring you directly to your residence hall. One time I used it just to try it out, to go from my residence hall to the gym. I know, pretty hypocritical taking a bus to the gym, but it worked and it got me there within 5 minutes, so it's super awesome.
So here's my little review on Temple. I applied to Temple and I did get accepted into their nursing program as well as their honors program. A little bit about Temple. It's located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's an urban school, so if you're looking for patches of grass, you're not going to find much. For example, like the largest patch of grass they have at their campus currently is smaller than my front yard. City vibe is very integrated into the campus and feel of Temple. Personally, for me, that's something that I don't want. I don't really want a city school, but Temple was my safety school, so I was like, I'm just going to tour it anyways because I got accepted, might as well give it a chance. I do think Temple is a good school. It's definitely growing and expanding, and you can really tell when a college is growing and expanding when there's construction going on campus. So at Temple, bunch of constructions happening. If we are talking statistics-wise about Temple, their average SAT is a 1220, and I'm pretty sure their average composite ACT score is about a 26 or 27. Don't quote me 100% on the ACT score just because I hate the ACT. No, hate it. But but one of the things I was kind of disappointed about with Temple is like nothing about the tour or what they were telling us really stood out to me. I mean, obviously there's nice things that Temple has to offer, like their Fly in 4 like campaign or something like that, where they really want their students to graduate in 4 years. So if you do your best in all your classes and stuff like that, they'll cover your tuition if you were to go past 4 years. That's one of the things that they have, but that really wasn't something that was standing out to me, because me personally, like, there is no reason for me to not graduate in 4 years, so that really wouldn't appeal to me. So I'm sure if you are looking into Temple, and if you're interested in Temple, you've heard that it's like next door to the hood, which is kind of true. I mean, but once you get onto Temple campus, you really would have no idea that it's like next door to the hood. If you are really interested in Temple, I would suggest going to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania and taking the tour for yourself. I could only interpret it how I saw it, so I can't really, make or break your decision on Temple. But that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, leave a thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe for more college videos, because I am going to be doing 3 more college visits, one to Villanova, Michigan State, and Ohio State in the next coming 2 months. So stay tuned if you are interested in those colleges. And that's enough for me. Bye.